So I've been with Nuestar for about 2.5 years now. My role at Nuestar as a property strategist is to really work between Michael Wilkins and Nick Hagen, and also with our external partners to ensure that the property that we've selected is in line with the overall strategy that we've put together for the client. Yeah, so I think having an overall strategy is definitely important. I think if you don't have a holistic approach and are looking at a 10-year timeline, it's easy to go out and purchase one property that might not necessarily be the correct property at the right time in the right capital city, which means that you might end up outlaying a lot of capital, not having a return on that investment that you need to actually service a further investment property, and then getting stuck in that one property and not being able to sort of move forward. The other thing with having a strategy is you need to focus in on being frugal if you can. So often, and I've noticed with myself, if you don't have a plan, it's easy to spend a lot of that money and not have much left over at the end of the year. Yeah, so one of the things I've probably noticed personally about myself is that actually having a strategy outside of your everyday job will drive performance in your everyday job. So as soon as I put the pressure on myself to place a deposit in a property that was settling 18 months down the track, it actually put the pressure on myself to work harder, get more performance out of my job, because I knew I was working towards a goal and had something that I needed to actually save money for. So that was something that I noticed a difference in myself, both in my personal life and professional life. Probably one of the benefits of being my age and working with a company like Nuestar is if you don't have someone on the inside game that has strategic partnerships with developers and can get access to those smaller deposits, it's often hard at my age to actually get into the market. So one of the benefits for myself was actually getting a 5% deposit in the first property that I purchased. So I put a 5% deposit down. It meant that that wasn't settling for 18 months. It gave me 18 months to actually kick things into gear and save a little bit more money to be able to settle that property in 18 months. So if I didn't have access to that, it'd be very difficult for me to get into the market. And throughout that time frame, as I said, once you put the pressure on yourself to actually purchase a property, you start to see performance in your professional life. And when you see performance in your professional life, it can often lead to actually earning more income as well. And when you earn more income, it just allows you to purchase more property and service the mortgages that I've put the pressure on myself to get. Probably the biggest things that I've learned is that if you don't have a strategy, it's very difficult to make any decisions. Before I worked with Nuestar, I didn't think a lot about getting into the market or actually anything about wealth creation. Before I worked for Nuestar, I wasn't very frugal. I'd spend a lot of my money on holidays, on unnecessary